Okay, so like I've finished Endwalker, and like the thing in the logo, like I still don't know what that is. Is it supposed to be the ship, the Ragnarok? It doesn't look like it. What is that supposed to be? Like, I thought that was gonna be the ship. That's what it's supposed to be. Is it just me? Or does that not at all look like the ship? I don't... Hi, Tangua. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day, too. I appreciate that. Hi, Shadowchar. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's like concept art for the ship and then they changed it or something. I actually don't like the look of the ship. It looks a little too, like, it's too white. It doesn't look medieval Final Fantasy. It doesn't look medieval enough. It looks a little too modern to me. I don't know if it's the color or what, but I don't know. That's, yeah, something, it was supposed to be something else that got scrapped. Very possible. But to, like, be in the logo? I think it's just, like, you know how in the Final Fantasy logos, like, it'll be a character or a summon or a god or something, but it's very stylized. A lot of times, maybe it's that. Maybe it's an early concept stylized version of the ship, and then they changed it for the actual in-game model. Yeah. I think, yeah, I think you're right. It's supposed to, it is the Ark. Yeah, it's too sci-fi. That's a great word for it, Gears. The final version in the game that they went with is too sci-fi for me. Like, this is like a Star Trek ship, like not a Final Fantasy ship. Reminds you of something from 8. I could see that. All right, so we sashed Y'shtola, and she's probably going to completely destroy us at some point. So we got to be on our best behavior around Y'shtola for a while. A brother's grief. Y'shtola is appraising the Void Gate with a scholarly eye. She knows things. She knows too much. She's gonna tell on us. She's gonna tell all our secrets.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory.
Oh my god, you really... The dragon song. Oh, I gotta turn it up a little bit, sorry. There we go. I love dragon song.
An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities. In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void.
Whoa.
Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death. So much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya.
Ashdaya.
We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me.
Aww.
I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not.
Aww.
Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her.
Aww.
And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I
Aww.
find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
Aww.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Aww.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radz-at-Han was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Or a Popoto.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used the simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her.
Aww.
What I found was a host of void-sent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Radz-at-Han and abandoning your sister. And you chose the latter.
Aww.
'Twas not that thy sibling scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
Aww.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
What? I remember when Nero turned purple.
Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I
Aw.
speak only of possibilities.
He did turn purple.
The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Oh.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister.
5,000 years.
5,000 years too late.
Wow.
And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection.
It's like I got another job now. Who's gonna say it? We
So
can
when I
go.
sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course.
Dude, that boss we fought here was awesome.
I wish only to forget the rest.
Oh. Oh, Ishtola. Ishtola wants to use that to get back to the first. But that just goes to the void. That goes to the 13th. Not the first. Maybe we can alter it. Millennia have passed since I last saw her, but I see Ashdaya in memory still clear and vivid. Aww. I wondered how one of the first brood could simply vanish and leave no trace of her passage. Now I have my answer. Vritra's grief for a lost sibling will be no mystery to Estinian. His hath been a life entwined with sorrow, even before he became host to Nidhogg's essence. The 13th. What chaos must consume that world? So they managed to not only expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the Guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. My apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary. Much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate Guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we should return to Radz-at-Han. There's just a clone room of Varshans. Oh yeah, Ishtola. Well, Ishtola came with us because we said there might be a way for her to learn more about traversing the shards. That's what she wants to do. And this is traversing another shard, so she's gonna learn more about it. Oh, raining. We bring the thirst. There's a gate. She wants to get back to Runar. While I am loath to keep Kryl waiting much longer, I cannot bring myself to leave before hearing more of Vitra's tale. 'Twas a most enjoyable expedition, for which I am grateful. As for mine evaluation, I shall impress upon the Loporrits that a treasure vault is incomplete without daunting sentinels to test the mettle of any would-be intruders. There is much about the Void Gate that I cannot even begin to explain. I must convince Vritra to share everything he knows. Good luck. Vritra speaks as if Azdaia is a lost cause, but I wager he feels differently in his heart of hearts. Well, because he's never gonna actually give up on her. I don't know, Ixer. I promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. As your instruments have no doubt informed you, the Kapikulu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to its post along with some fewer lesser constructs. Was it tomb robbers? Fiends born of the Tower of Zot? By the sisters, do not tell me a blasphemy yet roams free. Yeah, it was us. Nobody say anything. Ah! Don't. He's gonna give us away. No. Don't give us away. Ah! So he's like, why are y'all looking at each other? Why such guilty faces? Surely it isn't you who are responsible for this. Oh. Oh my god, dude. So good. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. He just called us blasphemies. That was so good. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions. Quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. Is it still functional yet? It's still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemically forged lock and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, I would admit only the lowliest of void sent, and from this side no man would be able to pass through. No man? I should think Alphino would fit, given a firm enough push. Don't you freaking dare! Don't you even... Why would you even suggest that? Why would you even suggest that? Istinian. No. We'll send Alizé. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists, I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Azdaia, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with the cloud of darkness. Once that sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void sent, but such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the bounty gate. Mayhaps you could resume the search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here now. I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? Hi, Eternal! Good regular Peaches. How you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you had fun at the convention. Oh my god. I'm so glad that you got to meet that voice actor and streamer. I'm blanking on their name, but that's so awesome. So glad you had fun. Man, it makes me want to go to conventions. I gotta start, like, actually actively looking. It was all Estinian's idea. As I recall, 'twas you who was chasing tales of undersea ruins. Well, as you have seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin, but I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to that trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, that I might alleviate my people's suffering. Ah! Then we are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? Speak for yourself, I was going to keep it all. Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I will make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You are most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. Oh, she's going to jump through the gate. Would that I could join thee in study, but the Luperits will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. She's like, you may go. And I must be off to Charlian as well. Mistress Kryl was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the Annex as soon as you're able. Farewell for now. Bye. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. Why do, like, almost all of the Scions have silver hair? I hope you enjoyed the expedition at least. Otherwise it was a heavy purse to pay for a treasure map leading to a treasure we couldn't keep. I had tons of fun. The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? I'm glad you asked me and not Estinian. Ah! Of course. Whoops. Yep. Thank you, Luna. Luna and I are in this together. I will follow her example. I will teach you about the worth of things, Estinian. Oh my goodness. Been good, Eternal. Meanwhile, elsewhere, my kids? No. Meanwhile, in the void. Ooh. Look at that. Is that a throne? I like the music. This sounds like music that's like from another Final Fantasy. Ooh! Earth, water, wind. He's so old school Final Fantasy. Throne of Earth. I sense the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from this side. 'Twas thrown open from the other. Throne of Fire. I, too, felt it. A rare occurrence, yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. This isn't like Kulix, is it? Kulix? An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Throne of Wind. Yet we must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let her come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp for breath in her final moments. This is a cool place. Knight in Black. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. 'Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Okay. This guy, is this like the king of the void? I don't think he's a friend. No, I don't think so. Is it Final Fantasy IV music? Oh, I haven't played 4. No, I have played 4. Yeah, I have played 4. Why is it always the elements? Because they're cool. I don't remember any of it, but I have played 4. That was the first Final Fantasy I ever played. Okay, the music's from 4. Interesting. I don't remember any details of 4 whatsoever. No, so I wouldn't recognize that. I only know Kulix. I only know them from Mario RPG because it's the secret boss, and it uses he's all armor, dark armor like that, and uses 4 crystals of each of the elements. So, Endwalker in general draws a lot from 4. Oh, Kulix is a RPG exclusive. Oh, well then it's whoever Kulix was inspired by. Clearly, I'm gonna call it Kulix. I don't care. Sharing the wealth. Oh my God. Popoto pancakes, Saikon compote, Saikon bavarois. Oh my God. Barshan wishes to discuss the distribution of the treasure. Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the satrap directly, so I would ask that you act in my stead. Luna, you are to visit Akyali and Yedlimad. Speak with Matsya and his people and listen to their grievances. Estinian, I bid you do the same at Palkastan. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduta. Alright. Go talk to people. Man, it's my favorite fetch quest. You gotta do it now, Talus. I mean, I'm here. I can't get ahead of you. Come on. You can either continue the MSQ to the finish, or you can take a short reprieve and do the Alliance raid. No, I'm gonna do the MSQ. Complete that first. But thank you for letting me know that I have that option. Oh my god, we're gonna fight Cullix. I'm so happy. Can I use my lazy shell and my frying pan? Whip out those red essences. 3 turns of invincibility. Make sure Princess Peach has her, I'm sorry, Princess Toadstool has her, group hug. Ready to go. Peach is too OP in that game. That's right, frying pan. Frying pan is amazing. It's Peach's best weapon, and it's like a secret weapon. But if you get the lazy shell armor and put it on her so that she's pretty much invincible, which is what you should do because she's the healer, unfortunately it takes her attack down so that even with the frying pan, she's doing like 1 damage. So she doesn't do any damage, but she's like, you won't ever die if you put the lazy shell armor on her. Oh my god. We're so gonna play the Mario RPG randomizer this December for charity. I'm so excited. I just saw someone linked in Discord a Kingdom Hearts 3 mod that is an enemy randomizer. So that so every single enemy that spawns in the game can be any other enemy or boss in the game. So you could just walk into a normal room and like be fighting Xehanort. And it's like random. I was like, that would be so fun. Yeah, Mario RPG randomizer. We're so doing it this year. I've never played a randomizer for that game. Hi, Herdy Derp. Why stop it? What else would you randomize? I mean, oh yeah, item drop. Oh, sure. What if it's Yozora? Oh no, maybe you can turn off, hopefully you can turn off Yozora. You walk into Olympus and Yozora's waiting for you. Oh my god. Oh, I'd so want to do, like, you guys pick a bunch of KH3 mods without my knowledge, and, like, Talus or somebody will, like, give me, like, all the mods, but I won't look at what they are. I'll put them in my folder. So, like, play modded KH3, but I don't know what the mods are. So I go in, like, completely blind, and I have no idea, like, what's gonna pop up. Several Yozoras. It could be. Oh my god. Oh, that'd be cool years. Oh, does it, Ixer? Oh, there's Sailor Moon references in tons of games. Luna, I was so glad to see you had returned unharmed. You finished with the boat, then? We brought it back in one piece. Anything the village desperately needs. Well, I suppose Kalzal's loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before because there's, like, less people to buy the fish. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. Okay. Man, Luna brought the thirst today. Who we thirsting over today? Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavnair, then you must try my special Amara Lassi. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. Oh god, now I want, like, fair food. What could such a wonder cost you? Cost you, wonder? Normally I part with 3 bottles for the generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I am willing to go as low as an even 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. Dude, he sees that he knows that Urianger's with, or not, Urianger, Estinian. Dude, I'm not Estinian. Stealing at that price, you're the only thief around here. I am not, yes, I am not Estinian. Estinian, who's You're the one who was with that spear-toting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sisters, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we've seen these days. Oh my god. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the streets. He's the one that sold Estinian the hair tie, isn't he? Oops. You need a horse. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more now that the danger has passed, certainly. But no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Kalzal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done, God's rest his soul. Grifter's gonna grift. Oh my god. I am not a Stinian. So freaking good. I love this place. It's so cool. Twould seem my stint on Vritra's back did not go unnoticed. I couldn't take 2 steps before another Thavranian was thanking me profusely for saving their home. You're dragon famous, Estinian. Ah, my advisor's returned. I've just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling, to say the least, and there are few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Dragon's big. Huh, fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakstand were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedlamad. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Palakstand has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Akayali and Yedlamad? I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yedlamad. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Aww. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves overcome, but we will not. Luna, Estinian, I will consider the perspectives you've brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. Will there be food? Will there be a buffet? Will there be muffins? Potato pancakes? Onion soup? God, it all sounds so good. Hey, Manic. Hey, Gufford. I know. I exist on Sundays.
I thank you for
It's awesome,
your
right?
attendance.
There's a lot of voice acting in this. Yay. How you doing?
The riches the Radiant host have retrieved were hoarded in Radz-at-Han's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need.
Dragon's gonna hoard.
And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly.
Can we pet the dragon? I think if you ask nicely, he'd let you.
Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Kalzal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Look at their armor, man. Wow.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society.
Have them come work in the palace.
Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come.
Radz-at-Han orphanages.
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Taxes, levy them on trade profits in exchange for your investment. It takes a village. What? I was expecting this at like, no, not child labor. I was expecting a like orphanages or foster families. Not, what is this? I don't know. It takes a village. You gotta get everybody involved. What do we mean taxes? You've got the money.
Of course. We must all look out for one another. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Radz-at-Han's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a word.
No, wait, future profits towards an towards the continual running of an orphanage. Okay, you better build the orphanage now. Something with Kalzal seems appropriate. Why not honor one of your most successful merchants? Use the orphans to farm karma. Orphans are cheap labor. Oh my god, that just makes me want to play Frostpunk, honestly. God. Oh, that game. I can't, that's one of those games that I can't start because I'll get sucked in. Lalafell labor. Oh my god. Frostpunk 2's coming out.
Fitting candidate.
I don't know when.
Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores.
Right, oh my god. We have all of these Loporits.
Among you object to this proposition?
Just send them all over the world to rebuild. Give them something to do.
To the beasts.
Pudding Way's just like standing there in Old Charlian.
In that time of
Not
strife,
slave
any one
labor.
of us could have broken. Any one of us may
You
have
pay
been
the
taken by
bunnies.
despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
Yeah.
This bodes well for that boy. Narad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
No, his name is Boy now. We got Pudding Way their pudding. We did that quest. Pudding Way has finally tasted Eorzean pudding.
This initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
Oh my god, the Kalzal Foundation, I love it.
Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol.
I want that
and
fruit on the table.
ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
Aww. I mean, it's gonna take us a minute to build the orphanage.
Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer. a
You're gonna
day
need
more
someone to,
than
like,
is
carry the
necessary.
money out of the tomb. Kids can carry stuff.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Aww. We should go there. Let's make a visit. Bunnies can creation magic, right? That solves so many of our problems, man. That would be like the best solution. We gotta have more potato pancakes. I still think we have other potato pancakes. Giant potato pancakes. Giant pancakes. Bridging the rift. Vritra is warming to his role as satrap. Clearly all those years behind the curtain were not spent napping. Loporit Labor Union, yes. Yes. Yeah, the bunnies just have 3D printers. That's their creation magics, right? Everybody stretch. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. The veteran Radiant wishes to share his gratitude. Snacks, food, drinks, buffet. Hydrate. Thank you for putting forth Kalzal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Y'shtola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood, thank you. Y'shtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say, then? I will go with you. Okay. Good. You know more about it than anyone. I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Iowan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Alrighty, Stola. What'd you find? Oh, really? If you did the crafter custom deliver slow, there will be one extra option about crafting, increasing the fund for it. I love that. Like, if you do certain things, then there will be extra dialogue options. That's great. I love it. For one who claims it is too late to save his sister, Vritra seems awfully interested in whatever revelations Y'shtola might have to share. Well, like you said, he's still got it in his heart. Like, you know, he's like, oh, I've given up on trying to find her long ago. Which, there's always that hope in your heart, right? Shall we hear what your scholarly comrade has to say? She is scholarly. She's gonna kick my butt because I made fun of her.
Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
What?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway.
See, Aimer.
Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Graha is a miracle.
Then what of the many voids sent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
She's gonna have Runar summon her to the first.
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Like you do.
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner.
Just standing there with his two scimitars.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first.
Right, okay. Right, because he didn't bring our actual bodies. Just as we fell asleep in the source, like that.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Right. Okay. Except us, yeah. We're special.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Are you writing all this down? Because there might be a test.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse.
Planar fissures.
Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
Because it's a circle,
How
and
do you
it's the
intend to
closest.
get your answers?
We went to the first, and we opened rift
No.
to the
The danger
13th.
is too great.
Or is it the because isn't there? Is it 14
Perhaps,
because of the
But what
source?
some call
Or is there
danger,
14, but the
others
14th
think
one is
of
gone?
as adventure.
Haha! Adventure, you say?
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
We're experts at taking down murderous horrors. 14 including
I
the
assure you,
source.
I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death.
Hey, Cobalt!
But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Yes, they would. Ha ha ha. I don't remember taking down the cloud of darkness. Did I do that? Was that me? When was that? I remember the rifts opening and the demons from the 13th coming through. I don't remember going there. Did we go there? Oh, that was the... Oh! Crystal Tower raid, of course. Okay. It's... You know what's so funny is I didn't realize that was the void. I lost my train of thought. That's right, that's where Nero turned purple.
I had a feeling you might say that. Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
Ah, Istola.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
She hints strongly in his direction.
Before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
He's like, I'll give you permission.
You have my word
I'll
that
give
we
you
will
the
take
ability.
every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radz-at-Han, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
Oh my god, this is so dangerous.
You have a plan.
This is so dangerous, Istola.
Actually,
God, she
I had
really
hoped
wants
you
to
might
see
help us
Runar.
with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Damir was overseeing the project.
Damir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent?
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Damir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
We're gonna go raid a forbidden library. We need to take Graha. Ah, Graha's favorite place to sneak around! Ah!
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlene.
God, all of these like references to like the characters' personalities and like all this like kind of like they're more just like who they are and their casual side.
Unless
and
you
like it's so
anticipate needing
good.
help to reach the high shelves. I see myself being of little use.
Ha!
Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Aw, bye, Stinian.
Let us be on our way as well.
Can we please go pick up Raha? We have to. I mean, he's there. That's where we're going.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Aww. Aww, he really wants to see his sister. Estinian reaches all the tall shelves. Aww. Aww. Exactly, Cobalt. Oh my god. It goes so far with expanding the characters and making you fall in love with them because, like you said, they're more than just these heroes stopping the world. Like, they're real people. They have likes, they have dislikes, they have fears, they have, you know, passions. Like, and just those little dialogue things just help to reinforce that. And it makes them feel more real. It makes you more attached to them, and like it. Oh, I love it. I love it. And they're doing it more and more in 14, and it just makes you fall in love with them even more. Oh. If we are to enter Nominon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, then we must secure the permission of the Forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us? No one springs to mind? What of Scholark Montache? He did come to Raha's defense during the inquiry, after all. 'Tis settled. Let us head to Phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. Ishtola is accompanying us. Yay! I would never leave Ishtola behind. If I was pressed to name our allies in the Forum, Scholar Montache would certainly be at the top of the list. Hopefully he agrees to aid us with our request. I mean, Forshno likes us now. He's not a complete ass anymore. We brought his kids back from the edge of the universe. Oh, you can use the Aetherites during these escorts now? That's nice. The only thing is, if you walk there, you might find those other points that give you more dialogue. And so if you use, it's nice to be able to use the Aetherites, but I feel like I want to walk, you know, so that I don't miss any of those lore points if there are any. I'm gonna take a real quick stretch break. Hi, Stola. How's it going? So I will be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out. Give me just a couple minutes. Get up and stretch. Do something healthy for yourself. Grab some water. I've got a very tall, shirtless Aura behind me, who's also checking out Ishtola. oh my. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Oh, never mind. They're checking out each other. I didn't even see her. All right, come on, Ishtola. Great twin! Oh my god, 50 months. What the heck? Thank you. Wow. Dang, that is incredibly generous of you. Thank you. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Probably should have ported. Crap. Sorry, Stola. I'm gonna make you run. Need some exercise, Stola? We're getting our steps in. The girls are just getting their steps in. It's fine. Thunderbrew, welcome. Nice to meet you. Here we go. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louis Sois took him in off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. Sometimes I wonder what my life might have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Aw. Tea, should I wonder as well? Tea at the last stand after a day of lectures. Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends, spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. Aww. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Aww. She appreciates what she had. This is quite a grand school. Alfie's famous here. He was like the smartest kid. Like the duck. He was like the smartest kid to ever attend this school. This guy. I remember this guy. Ah, visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholark, but we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Nomenon's restricted archives. Oh, no furtive forays into the stacks this time, eh? No, we're not sneaking in this time. I applaud this newfound sense of propriety. Yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Dude, we've been to the edge of the universe and back and saved everyone. Let us in. He's like, and now you want to risk that piece? Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. It would have been I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Damir has lain dormant in Sharlayan's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is in fact precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Y'shtola keeps her promises. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the edge of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future, and yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. just like that civilization that she helped. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Ha! Marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. Thanks. Although, your petition would be better received if you had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Why, Master Fortuno, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay a visit to the Levier estate and plead our case. Yay! Let's go see Alfie's mom. Ah, one last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Scholark. We will be sure to pass on any revelations. And he's gonna use it to finally take over Sharlayan and be the greatest professor that ever lived. Oh my god, Great Twin, I did not realize you were in Ukraine. Oh my god. Oh, my entire heart goes out to you. Ugh. I can imagine little Y'shtola causing all kinds of trouble for Matoya. Oh my god. Can you imagine little Y'shtola? Okay, we gotta go. Let's just go to the crystal, and then... Oh my god, I'm like inside a Stola. Navier Estate. We have tea with Alfie's mom. Hi, Alfie's other mom is here. Ah, Mistress Luna, Mistress Istola, how may I be of service? We've come to speak with Master Fortuno. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. So fancy. So fancy. Welcome back, Katana. Well, well. Emiliance would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss. I want tea with Emiliance. Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. Bayless, thank you so much. Oh my god, I appreciate it so much, my exotic peach. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Thank you, thank you. I'm back, I'm dead. Hi, Dallas. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scholar Kavantashain expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you we will not attempt to circumvent the Forum's authority again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? Ystrola's need for Runar is of greatest import. For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. Oh, and I want to smooch Runar. 'Tis no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones, and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. He's like, shit. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. He's like, okay, but you gotta tell me all about Shadowbringers. Do not celebrate just yet. The Forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. The butler is really good at standing perfectly still. Please do come again. We are always glad to receive such close companions of the twins. Ah! I'm just gonna... What if I just let myself in? Hi. Oh. Balshardare. Oh, I was so pleased to welcome you, the young lord and lady home. While I'm relieved to know our star has been saved, I'm admittedly more relieved that Lord Alphino and Lady Alize returned unscathed. Ah, so cute. Me too. Of course I would bring the children home safely. She does. Y'shtola knows, like, how to just twist the dagger in his heart. Boy, you did anything to save your kids. You know how sad it is to have not seen them. Alfie Levier is here! If you were by me, I totally missed you, sorry. Look, there's Raha's sister. Right there. Do, 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 do. What are all those books? So, what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Sharlayan and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. Aww. Aww, it was Fortuno. Fortuno fought for us! Yes! That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. Aww, thanks, Dad. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I am sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it's not. I wish you well in your endeavor and bid you good day. He went out on a limb for us. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising? Aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Sharlayan needed to guide it through the not one, but two exoduses. Aw. Thanks, Dad. If I were but 5 years younger, I'd cast aside my lectern and join you on your adventures in a heartbeat. Only 5? That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes, and now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Damer's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Oh, Ishtola, what you gonna look up? What you gonna look up, Ishtola? You gonna steal some books? I'd like to set out as soon as you're ready. Excuse me. Monteshane is waiting to offer you further instructions. Yes, please, offer me instructions. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume. You presume correctly. Then you'll want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it was my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Thanks. Shall we? Are we really not gonna take Raha? I mean, he's been there, but... Is he in here? With Cryo? Oh no. They're not here. Oh, I lost Ishtola. Ah. Ishtola did not come through the door with me. I love how they make it seem like Master Matoya left Sharlayan only after she pretty much verbally destroyed the forum, and honestly I love how you could see it as a parallel to how in Endwalker Ishtola had her moment declaring to the forum the Scions will never give up. Yeah, oh, it's perfect. I love it. Sorry I left you hanging, Ishtola. You coming with me? Okay, cool. Do, 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 do. Okay, so we're there. We're going here. Oh, just got. There's no crystal over there, is there? We just gotta run there. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get some more steps in, Ishtola. Come on. This Mikote figure is not going to maintain itself. Isn't that interesting to think about what she said about, like, she went to study with Master Matoya and Thancred studied, like, you know, espionage and stuff. And like, what if the two of them would have been switched? But honestly, that's, like, really easy for me to imagine. It's easy for me to imagine, well, I guess I could have gone to that one. Y'shtola as like a spy, and the sneaky hi pudding way, and the sneaky one, and Thancred as like a book nerd. Why is that so easy to imagine? Thancred as a book nerd. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist, but yalms away from where you found me napping. If I had known Azadal III's exploits sooner, I could well have saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Forbidden wisdom. Index page. Archon Y'shtola and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Yes, please. Follow me if you would. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. We won't set anything on fire, I promise. Yeah, Forbidden Archive. That's a cool bookshelf. These, like, pillars. Look at all this forbidden knowledge. If it's so forbidden, why not? Why are they still here? Shouldn't say burn all the books.
If House Damir's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Yeah! Yeah, that's true. If Y'shtola became the spy, then, the thing, history would be a lot different. There'd be no plot left. No, don't do the slow walk. Okay, it kind of makes sense in the library, though. I hate that slow walk, though. Restricted reading. So many books I've yet to read. She's gonna read everything. She's just like be reading everything except what she actually came here for. Like, oh, gee, haven't found it yet. She actually finds the Dalmud's research and like puts it in her back pocket to hide it so I can't find it. She's just like reading everything else, all this forbidden knowledge. Like, nope, haven't found it yet. No, oh, gee, I gotta look through every page of this restricted book. We're here for one specific volume. You needn't remind me. She is exactly what she's doing. Untitled Goldsmith's Journal. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling, like a candle's flame threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential. Insignificant, even. Is this a Snargle book? All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. This is a Snargle book, and they put it in the restricted archives. When a man and a void scent love each other very much, Snargle writes a book about it. I'm very upset right now that they would put Snargle's books in the restricted archives. Ooh, that means it must be juicy. Take it, Luna. Take it! Hi, Ram! Thank you so much! Yes, cover your eyes, don't get spoiled. Ram's playing through the game for the first time. I think about to head into the expansions. Oh my god. When a man loves a waifu. Have you ever had a void scent waifu? Yes, we just found a Snargle Goldclaw book about a man who fell in love with a void scent. It's like the backroom area of a video store. It's forbidden for a reason, restricted. Restricted access. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. You're tempted to read more? Oh my god, it's freaking Snargle, dude. We found a Snargle book in Final Fantasy XIV. today. In the year 1564 of the 6th astral era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as gigantic, lizard-like being with a potent command of fire-aspected magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. What, then, might emerge from the ether should one believe in an almighty omnipotence attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagacity? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world, with no spell to transport me back to the days of old. Could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age, yet with no means to verify its pronouncements? How could one be certain they were true? Though your mind spins with the possibilities discussed therein, this does not seem to be the volume you are speaking. They're like, don't give the people ideas of summoning God. Leather-bound log. I have many leather-bound books. Wait, Kirtana, do you know Snargle Goldclaw? Yes, he's the Guild Wars 2 smut author. Like, canon writes Guild Wars 2 smut. He writes Guild Wars 2 smutty fanfiction, so he's my favorite character in Guild Wars 2. Epiphanies of House Damir. The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures. Oh, this is what we're looking for. As devised by Nushanan, the 9th Patriarch House of Damir. We present these research notes to the faculty of Sharlayan Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Y'shtola will need to make the final confirmation. Yeah, okay. We're allowed to keep looking at everything in here. No, we totally didn't do that, RJ. I don't know what you're talking about. We totally didn't summon Hydaelyn and then kill her. Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies, I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Y'shtola's gonna spend like 3 years in here. I found what we're looking for. Well done, Luna. I think you may have found our prize. Pretty cover.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damir's resonance many times at the Great Work.
I hope they wrote with ether-infused dyes back then.
Time to see what all the fuss was about.
She's like, please read it to me. Looks like a phoenix. This is really weird music for, like, about to open a forbidden book about rift travel.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures, a talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations.
Yikes. Don't summon one of those over here.
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure.
Okay.
Our findings revealed that the atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
Wow.
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial atomos.
Oh my god. This is highly dangerous. Write this down, guys. Stola's lecturing.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
Yeah, sure.
And still, House Damir went and built a mock atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
This music does not fit the scene in the slightest.
It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves?
I found smut.
Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
I won't tell if you won't. Oh wait, we got a little bot watching us. Damn. Very noble of you, Ishtola. She totally stole a book. She stole a book, I'm telling you. But that little thing was watching the whole time. It may... Man! Ishtola. She's gonna play by the rules. As much as I would love to start crafting the atomos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hannish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Damir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Or we can just go in whenever we want. Patron mode disabled, security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nidhanna can. I say we return to Thavnir and look for her at the great work. I miss my kids. Let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if she stole another book. Ask forgiveness, not permission, right? All these sallow, sleep-deprived faces, but their eyes still burn with fiery zeal. Some things never change. Ishtola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it. I have no doubt that you will be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Oh wait, she took that one. Will it now? By the sisters! This is the mark of House Damir. I never even knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Nomenon's restricted archives, after all. It was? But that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. She just burns it right. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hand. Yes, now your fingerprints are on it. Haha! I can hardly wait to read it. All these nerds. Yes. Nerds. Hey, Cal. She's so great. To think the Damir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder. Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say What say you to helping us build a new mock atomos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes! Work on a Damir project that has had even the redoubtable scholars of Sharlayan trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the great work could resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouthed simulacrum once we've built it? Jump in. So there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made... We're just talking about this out in the open. If the purpose of our man-made atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. Sharlayan's markets provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. And for such a liquid, you need to go no further than the Font of Maya. The ascetics of old once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there is known to enliven the flow of ether. Oh, J Bunnies! Jazafel, thank you for gifting us up to RJ. Super kind of you. That sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vritra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. I thought we already got that. Shall we be about it then? We meet back here anon. Man, Ishtola is just on this. Ah, there is no greater joy than having a new puzzle to ponder. Meow. Oh, this is where, like, that baby almost drowned, right? Welcome to our city. Have you heard about our wonderful food or the scenic atmosphere or great hotels? No, this is where a baby almost drowned. Sad. How is the baby? Is the baby here? Alright. Oh my god, and is that the water we're getting? No! No! This water is infused with drowning babies and dead mothers. This is awful. No, this is not good ether right here. But okay, I'll get the water. Damn. Not good times, man. Not good times. Oh, Estinian! He ate his dragon food for the days. He's good. The boy Merad was glad to hear the news of the Foundation. It means a new life for him and his sister. Aw, yay! Oh, you decided to come, Vritra? Arkan Ishtola requests that I join you, but of her plans she offered scant detail. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Font of Maya attracts aggressive wildlife, and you should watch out for them when, you go there next time. My apologies. There was nothing there, but bad memories. Do you have that flask for me? I do. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Luna. You're welcome. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ishtola is eager to depart for the vault. Whew! Look who I came across. Estinian seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lands. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsia's boat again? Not this time. Once Ishtola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akyali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host. Shall we? Man, people are really helpful and nice to us after we save the universe. This one's closer. This little crying girl, we just pass her every time. Sorry! Hope you find your dad. Look at the sunset. It's really pretty. Little fatter cat, why do you not fly? Sprout wings and fly. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate you hanging out, especially all the lurker peaches. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed 6.1. 'Tis likely not needed with Varshan along, but I held on to the map against the chance we might return to the ruins. Oh right, because the map like undoes the wards, or activates the wards in there so we can get through. Onto the boat, if you please. We can chat on the way there. Oh my god, Ishtola is so ready. And all this time I thought of the tales of Alzadal's horde were no more than drunken sailor fancies. You need not keep your weapons close at hand. The Guardians will not attack if I am present, so I pray you leave them be. He's like, please don't break our Guardians again. We already replaced them once. The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's legacy. To see the truth of a legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Let's go. Like how the rest of the world experienced the final days. By the time we left, I bet just about everywhere got it. Delphin! They spotted me lurking. Lurky lurk. I hope you're having a great Sunday, my friend. Inari, thank you for lurking. He laid waste to me ere I could utter a single word. What? Uh-oh. Estinian. I thought we cleared this place of constructs the last time we came through. It would seem a few stragglers remain. Estinian, he told you not to... They were replacing them, bro. Poor Vritra. He really should have spoken with Estinian before we left. I shudder to think what we've cost them in terms of construct material. Oh no! They started replacing the constructs, the Guardians, and Estinian... Estinian destroyed them! Dude. Dude. He didn't say it loud enough about like, oh, they won't attack if I'm there.
Were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
Fair. Like Ishtola. No, really, Ishtola is... She's gonna do nothing bad.
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater.
Like
Graf
Nero.
has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence.
Right.
But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
That's actually a really good idea.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
It's actually a really good idea. Is it? Luna's like, you're asking me? Might as well go myself. Say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian. Maybe send a familiar. What? I don't know. I'm just gonna look at Estinian.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Surely you'd not expect me to wriggle through that tiny portal.
We needn't attempt anything so drastic. A small familiar should serve well enough.
What if you're a Lalafell and you say, like, I'll go myself?
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna summon?
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Is this usually how you summon a familiar? Ystrola's a magical girl.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
That was adorable! Ystrola just wanted to show off her magical girl attack. Okay. Oh, was that not what you wanted? Uh-oh. Oh no. Are you embarrassed?
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
She's
I
embarrassed.
wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
Damn, creation magic, Ystrola. That's some
In any
serious
case,
stuff. Oh my
these two should
god,
serve
that's
as
what she
well.
did as a kid!
This one will bear a warding scale.
Oh my god. Eat it.
And when they return from the 13th,
The other
we can
one's like-
observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your
Oh my
Excellency?
god. It's her childhood friends that she made.
Yes.
He's like,
of course.
yeah, he's like, I'm totally doubting the legitimacy
We should
of
also
your
be wary
operation
of
here.
void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nidhanna safe from harm.
Ystrola
As you
definitely
say.
watched Magical Girl anime as a kid.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Look at his face! Oh, she's gonna kill me! She's gonna kill me! Oh
you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know. Let us begin, shall we?
I mean, I was gonna offer to go. Oh my god.
Nixies, into the void.
I need to see Strolla as a kid now doing that. 6 years old or whatever. 10. I love the music too. That was amazing. Froth and foam! Ishtola! She watched Magical Girl anime, man. Oh my god. Every time I come here, it reminds me of that dark portal above the Crystal Tower and the final lash of I can't say that right now. Azdaya's tail as she plunged into the void. Oh my god. Sister, save me. I will never see Ishtola the same way again. Froth and foam indeed. She's never gonna live that down. Oh my god, we have to tell Urianger and Thancred. Did somebody get that on video? Ishtola turns around, Luna's holding up her phone. Send to Urianger and Thancred. Oh yeah, she turned us into toads, that's right. Matoya was cool letting her watch anime like that in her free time when she was done studying for the day. I struggle to picture Ishtola as a little girl. I could actually picture it very easily. Especially now. Easier to believe she sprang fully formed from one of Master Matoya's cauldrons, which is also possible. We need to wait for a time to ensure a meaningful result. Be patient and keep watch for any intruders. She's just not gonna mention the whole froth and foam! Oh god, I hope we tell someone. You've watched that in every language? Yes. Oh, she's all excited. We're gonna have to fight, aren't we? I haven't fought at all today.
I think we've waited long enough.
Gotta love all the voice acting. Thank you.
Nixies, return to my side.
Froth and foam! Oh, sorry. Oh, one of them's not in a good way. Ooh, the warding worked. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Kill me!
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh!
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Is Kolix trying to get through?
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
They're coming through!
We're ready.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
He also watched anime. Ooh. That was close.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Damn. Twitching
And what
on the
of our
ground.
experiment?
Killing me.
I'd say the results speak for themselves.
Warding seals, good. Warding scale, whatever it is.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidhanna observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent.
We're just gonna leave it flopping on the
merge
ground.
with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium.
How long was it in there, though?
Rest now, little ones.
Is that like an extension of her ether?
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as aurosite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the aurosite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
I told you, Nero turned purple.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way.
All right. We're traversing shards
First,
again.
I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
This time we're going the other direction instead of the first. We're going to the
Then I can
13th.
begin work on constructing an artificial atomos.
That is it's so dangerous. Oh my god.
Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives?
Vitra's having a hard time with this.
Your Excellency?
Oh, Yes, that can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Aria, hi, happy Sunday. Good night, Josephel. Goodness, a very loud motorcycle outside my window. Bum, 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 bum. Void theory. Cool. Seeing the Void's terrors firsthand was an experience, but I doubt fear of such creatures is at the root of Vritra's hesitation. A satrap's duty. Y'shtola ponders the next stage of your preparations to enter the Void. Ha ha! Runar will be dead by then, don't you dare. Don't you dare. He was waiting. He promised to stay alive until he could see Y'shtola again. I just gotta stand up and stretch my legs for a second. Everybody stretch. Everybody stretch. Everybody stretch. Everybody stretch. Do 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 do. Ooh, you're getting rain. Nice. So peaceful, so calming. Once Nidhanna succeeds in replicating the mock atomos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in visiting the Void myself, but there could be a dwag in there. As someone who's leveled enough jobs to play all role quests, I have to say having an entire series of quests named Void Quests locked behind doing all the Shadowbringer role quests kind of doesn't feel very nice to more casual players, especially since it gave me a little bit more cutscenes here. Oh, really? Interesting. I have mixed feelings about not seeing those cutscenes. Like, nowadays it's like if I don't want to play that content as a more casual player and I really want to see the cutscenes, yeah, I could just go to YouTube and watch it, right? So it's not like I'll never ever see it, right? If I don't play 1,000 hours and level up all the jobs. So there's that. For people who do, you know, play this game a lot and have all the jobs and have done all the role quests, I like that there's a little bit of an extra reward for them, you know? Do I not like that I don't get to see the cutscenes for myself in my game? Yeah, that sucks. But not like angry about when a game does that, you know? It's like, you know, if you beat the secret boss, then you get an extra little cutscene, right? But, you know, if I don't want to put in that time, then I'll just go to YouTube and watch it, right? So that's the thing. Yeah, the problem is when it's like key lore, that it's like that key lore is behind that, you know, all of that work. But like you said, it'll be anything that you need to know will be revealed, you know? So maybe you just didn't get to see the full cutscene, but like it'll give you the information. Yeah. Might we discuss this later? There's something I must do first. He's thinking about it. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? I don't know. I would go to, the people who made the thing. We don't want to bother them. No, bother them. Like, oh man, Garland Ironworks, the Alligans, or I'm not sure. I'm not paying attention, Ishtola. What of Garland Ironworks then? They may have an engineer free to assist us. As I recall, Sid himself was no stranger to the void and its volatile energies. Yeah, he reached into the void and saved Neo, didn't he? With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Ralger's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Yeah, Sid! Hey, what's up, guys? Perhaps this young man can locate Sid for us. Luna, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid, certainly. I'll see if he has a moment free. Hi, Sid! A pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us. Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure, right? Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after Medion and that bloody mess. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation. He's like, that was last week. Will you take a vacation? Jeez. It seems some manner of corrosion is set in around a scratch on its surface, much as the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds, in which case our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. Armored scale. We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high etheric conductivity so as to not impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor, as you said. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. Ha, the hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. They have fun here at Garland Ironworks. Love it. You want to go have tea, Stola? I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nidhanna is getting on with the mock atomos. Did we tell him we need like 8 of them? He's just gonna make 1. No, we need like a lot. The insatiable curiosity of our alchemists has ever amazed me, though I've largely left them to their own devices since we opened the gate together. I hope Nidhanna has good news for us. La 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 la.
Ah, hey Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
It's so funny, like, waiting in a cutscene for that first piece of dialogue, because you're just like, voice acting? Voice acting? Yeah, she talked!
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records.
Yay! Voice acting! We don't have to read!
What
Wow.
I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos.
I love her voice so much.
I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
Nice. We're like, forbidden knowledge, yeah.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
Nerds!
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless? Heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence.
Aww.
No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together.
Aww.
But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Sir Estinian told us of your predicament.
Oh, did he?
For centuries you have protected Radz-at-Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Whoa! Whoa!
You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. but do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
He would not have acted like that if he was actually talking to Vritra face to face.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Aw, all those people coming to him. Oh, is that his little
Your
sister?
Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again.
Oh! Oh! Aww. Thanks, Justinian. Oh, this is so cute. To protect them well, you must take heart. Will you wallow in uncertainty forever? Oh, no, Ian.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you.
Aww.
And here I stand, failing to live up to them.
Yeah, I totally remembered that.
If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radz-at-Han. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
Little brother.
I would not dare make you cry.
Aww. Oh, they're so sweet. Oh my gosh. Aww. We'll have that atomos built before you know it. When a project like this comes along, we give it our full and undivided attention. Sleep? Ha! Who needs it? Oh, that reminds me. I really should finish that other project I was working on for His Excellency. Oh? What? Someone need to give that boy a talking to? Oh, you don't suppose I'll be reprimanded, do you? I did just yell at the satrap! Yeah, you totally did, dude. I will not squander this chance you have given me. I will find Azdaya. Convincing others to follow their hearts is not my forte. I would have gladly let our more philosophical comrades take the lead, had they been here. He's always talking about Alfie. You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Vritra reach this conclusion. 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and had travelers believing the palace racked by some unnatural storm. Ah! He's like, really? You didn't tell me that? What of your own answer, then? You seemed disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Radatasker's death. I would not wish such an agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vritra that pain, then I will follow you. Aww. An unusual crew we have here. Any other former scions we should call on, or just the 4 of us? Those all kind of say the same thing. I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught. Drink. Aught. I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We 4 should be sufficient for our purpose. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan, as such, is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. 'Twould be more convenient had we some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Megaduta. Alright, room in the palace. Sweet. Do we get to share Estinian's room, or are we gonna get our own rooms? I know, right, Cannon? He's so sweet. Oh, it's not raining. Conducting our expedition out of the Rising Stones would raise just as many questions as recruiting too many scions. At least here in Radz-at-Han, we might be expected to appear road-weary from our local explorations. Just some tourists. I was put up in a guest room in the palace while I awaited my audience with Vritra. I expect we'll be given the use of something similar. Yeah! And so we will require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make a room or 2 ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you've completed the arrangements. They put all the treasure in the guest rooms. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduta in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Asdaya. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I can do. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidhanna. If you've preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th, now is the time. Okay. All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. That's all he needs. You know what this means to me, Luna, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience. For you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. He's like, we travel to another world, Luna. Like I haven't done that 3 times before. She's like, yeah, it's just old hat at this point. Do. Meanwhile, in the 13th. Ooh, the scythe. Whoa, what?
And thus I am returned. To this world, bereft of saviors.
Not again, Xenos. Okay, Xenos. How many times must I defeat you, old man? Nah! Let paths unwalked, adventures spur, pulses quicken, spirits stir. No, I want more! Ah! Newfound adventure to be continued. No! Our journey into the void promises to be neither short nor simple, yet I will persevere. I have kept my sister waiting for far, far too long. Ah! Oh my gosh! We have to do the Alliance raid, but other than that, we're caught up. Oh my god! That is exciting! Oh man, I want more. My gosh. Oh! Super cool. I want to know who that Cullix guy was. Wow, this is, man, making this the mouth, the creature. I got very bad feeling about that, man. Cuz the creature putting the void tear into the creature makes the portal bigger, right? Cuz it's got the giant maw. So then so you fuse them. And then that creates the big maw, and then we can all go in because it's big enough for Estinian to go in. The atomos, yeah. Man, I got a bad feeling about that. Really bad feeling, man. Oh, the stupid atomos. Oh man, it's fine. This is fine. Is it fine? Is it gonna be fine? It is. I mean, it's probably super duper safe. Oh man, but yeah, once we get there, holy crap. There's two entities that we've seen there. There's the guy in the armor on the throne with the elements, the elemental crystals or whatever on the throne. And then there's this this creepy Grim Reaper just kind of shuffling about that says, I've returned. I've returned. So does that mean it's someone we know? I don't know. Xenos' void sent avatar. I mean, dude. Oh, we'll have to fight it. Oh, we'll have to fight it. Oh, when you were body swapped, he summoned that guy? Oh, it really is Xenos' avatar. Oh, because he was a Reaper in Endwalker. And Reapers can summon their little avatars from the void. Oh. Oh, now I get it. So we killed Xenos, but not his little Reaper guy. Interesting. Wow. We will never be free from Xenos. Even in death, he kept something around that could fight us. He's that obsessed with us, okay? God, Xenos. Stan, the Warrior of Light much? Hi, Mr. Jack. Wow. Yoshi P hard confirmed in interview Xenos himself is dead. There could be like an essence of Xenos, a part of Xenos, you know, like like a tiny bit of his energy or something. But yeah, like Xenos is dead, yeah. Give me 1 second. I think Jack is looking at me like he's got to go outside. So I'm gonna let the puppies out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so the last thing I want to do today is I just want to get to, like, the point that the Alliance raid starts. We're not going to start it today. Myths of the Realm. Okay, old Charlian. I really need to make my thing, my return point, old Charlian, again. I could do the dialogue today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow so that it can be one video. Because otherwise I'll have to split up the video. Like the VOD. So I'm just gonna keep it as one. I just want to at least get to the location. Over here. A mission in Mordona. Oh, that's right. The quests with the pluses are like content. It's been so long. I forgot about that. Ah, so it's that person. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hang out outside here. Oh my god, they're too cute. Do. This involves Graha and Kryl? Nice. Nice. Imagine one of the reflections would just be the school manga and an entire expansion is just us trying not to fail school. It's just like a day in the life, like school day anime. Yes. Anyone can be a shard of anyone, including some random NPCs in Elpis. You needed MSQ progression in order to start this raid quest, since you needed Graha to get his exploring out of his system before going back to Kryl. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm good for the raid. I'm at 580. Puppies. Is Dad home? Are we getting a delivery? Oh my gosh. The world is ending. Skipper. It's a bright, sunshiny day. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of it. It is 5 o'clock. We are gonna wave bye to Luna. And we shall continue very soon. Possibly tomorrow. I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so as long as I am feeling good tomorrow, then we'll continue. This is so cool. I love it. Man, the 6.1 story was really good. Like, even though, even the topics that, like the political stuff, that is normally not as interesting to me in a story, they kept it interesting with, like, you know, I mean, like, the players making fun of each other, and, like, you know, Vritra wanting to see his sister, and, like, they, you know, just returning old characters, and, like, the intrigue, and the interesting concepts and stuff. Like, it was really good, and there was, like, a lot more voice acting, and, oh my god, Y'shtola just, I mean, being amazing. Like, there was humor, and no Alfie, though. No Alfie and Alize. We did get to see their dad, and he stuck his neck out for us in the forum meeting so we could go into the archives. So, like, all of that was so cool. 6.1 is a big setup for a long-awaited expedition to the 13th. This is gonna be really cool. I'm excited. I know. Yeah, Alfie and Alize are doing very, very important work in rebuilding Garlemald. So, like, I get it. Like, they didn't need to be in the expansion, or in 6.1, and we'll see them at some point. But yeah, I just always wanna. At least I got to go visit them in Garlemald for a moment, like before 6.1 started. So. Thank you, Emerald Knight. I will see you guys tonight on Mr. P's stream. I'm not sure what we're having for dinner, but it will be delicious. I'm sure it always is. Mr. P went shopping today, so I don't even know what he got for dinner. Don't say that, Talus. Alfie's grounded. Oh, that's right. Alfie is grounded. Shoot, for sacrificing himself and Alize. It's true. It's true. Oh, no, it's Sunday. I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't usually stream on Sunday. So, yeah, no. You're right. No Yum Yum time today. My bad. Thank you. Eternal knows my schedule more than I do. Oh, post Stormblood. Okay. Stormblood is what made me like Alize. Because she had a really awesome role in Stormblood. Like, that's where we really got to know Alize. Well, in that case, I will just talk to you guys in Discord. I will see you on Twitter. Like I said, I might stream tomorrow. Like I said, as long as I'm feeling good and like nothing comes up, I'll stream tomorrow. Let's get through. Let's get through 14. Like I said, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it, but I'm really anxious to like free up the schedule for other games. So, I wanna power through the rest of this. I'm sorry, Emerald Knight. I hope you have a wonderful Yum Yum time. Yum Yum time will be back again on Monday night. Almost there. So close. Oh my god. So close. We got the Alliance raid and like that's it. So we're getting there. All right. Thank you guys for all the support today. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your time more than anything. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for geeking out with me. And we will do it all again very, very soon. I will keep you guys updated in Discord and on the Twitters. There's all the links to all the things. The Endwalker playthrough VOD, if you prefer to watch them on YouTube, we're down to, there's 2 more. I think tomorrow, the second to last one, which was the really emotional one. I cried at the second to last Endwalker stream. I think that's going up tomorrow, and then the next day will be the finale, and then I'll get this 6.1 stuff up right after that as well for you guys who prefer to watch that on the second YouTube channel. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find another Final Fantasy XIV streamer to raid. So please give them your love and support. And I will see you maybe tomorrow. Alrighty, you're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, froth and foam. Froth and foam. Froth and foam. Hashtag never forget Y'shtola is a magical girl. Never forget. All right, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and always keep loving what you love. I love you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye!